daily vlog once again, ladies and gentlemen. So, as you're aware, I'm going to go more into the specifics of the old ancient days when these molesting, pedophile, protecting, satanic judges used to be pelted with rotten tomatoes and rotten eggs in their courts, in their faces, and they were acting unlawfully and illegally. Acting unlawfully for a balance to be paid these molesting pedophile protectors. But advise them I resolve and settle all balances and matters for bills in weight in pounds and ounces, using the traditions, principles and customs of the common law and the barter law, the old English law of the land, you molesting tyrants, you government molesting thieves, pedophile protectors. So as you're aware, once again, ladies and gentlemen, I want everybody to hold their hands up and make a prayer. Hold your hands together and make a prayer that the olden days will come back. The golden olden days when these molesting judges were pelted and thrown rotten tomatoes in their faces and rotten eggs. And onions also as well, the molesters, pedophile protectors. So those days will soon return when these molesters have the onions and tomatoes thrown in their faces once again, lawfully for the balances. They fail to recognize any form of law, these molesters. The chief executive officers of all these councils and all of these corporations are big pedophiles and big thieves and big transgressors and tyrants. As I've advised, ladies and gentlemen, you've heard the vlog where to me the Metropolitan Police admitted to protecting Jimmy Savile, Lord Janner, Rolf Harris and the ex-Prime Minister of England. Even their ex-Prime Minister of England, Ted Heath, was a paedophile, protected by the Freemasons and the governments and the councils, and all government workers worldwide, and the security guards in the courts, and the security guards in the council buildings, protecting these things, the demonic fraudsters, the paedophile protecting molesters, the transgressors. So, ladies and gentlemen, now, everybody should put their hands together and make the prayer that the olden days will return and these molesting judges will have their rotten onions and tomatoes thrown in their faces and also posted to them. The molesters, just as often, post them to wait these molesting thieves, the pedophile protectors. I'll post them many exhibits, Exhibit A, Exhibit B. Sent it signed and sealed with the affidavit statement of truth to the court molester, the court administrating molester, the pedophile protector who fails to administrate the law lawfully, the civil and the common law and the constitutional law, these molesting thieves. They fail to recognize any form of law. I just use barter as it proves the fraud. Proves the tyranny and transgression, and it proves he's a big molester and a dirty devil worshipper, and he sold his soul for money, this molester, with a wolf in sheep's clothing and a wig on, the false wig, which represents the wolf in sheep's clothing under biblical laws. That's why I'm informing everybody. Have your tomatoes ready to arrest these molesters, these pedophile protectors. Just give them a verbal arrest, these molesters. I've given many of them verbal arrests on many occasions, these scumbags and dirty tyrants, dirty thieves. Even the security guards who had to perjure themselves in a case regarding pedophilia when I took these molesters in the court. Even these security guards perjured themselves, the molesters, the thieves. So I've informed you all part of a satanic ring, along with their mainstream media telling you news stories and fables and tales. And nursery rhymes are telling you, these molesters. They're telling you it's a news story, it's just a story, an act. They're acting and telling you lies deceitfully and making you believe it. They're wanting to administrate your trust. They need to administrate your trust and make you believe the rubbish they show you in the mainstream media and all the false propaganda worldwide they're spreading. The molesting news corporations, along with the IPCC and other demonic corporation, the Independent Police Complaints Commission. All these corporations are founded by the devil-worshipping Freemasons. As you're aware, I've even written the affidavit, statement of truth, for this children's football coach who's a big paedophile, Barry Bonnell, and given police protection for more than 50 years, the same as Jimmy Savile, Lord Jenner, Rolf Harris, and the ex-Prime Minister of England, Ted Heath, all protected, and all big, notorious, dirty, religious, demonic paedophiles. Be aware of this, ladies and gentlemen. I speak the truth. I speak for all of humanity and all of mankind. You can tell by my voice daily I'm caused emotional distress, panic, startle, alert, and alarm by these molesters. I write this on the affidavit statement of truth, under the biblical laws which I travel in, clutching the Holy Bible 24 hours a day, on oath 24 hours a day, for any government molesting paedophile protector. So now, ladies and gentlemen, we must all unite with the tomatoes and the onions and the mud of England, mud from whichever land you're living in, and post it and throw it in their faces, especially a policeman and a policewoman who's trying to enforce a statutory act for a balance. These dirty, molesting, paedophile protectors. Expose them red-handed and caught them red-handed. The paedophile protectors, enforcing statutory acts and statutory policies and statutory rules. These could never ever be recognized as laws, which they claim these are laws, these molesting thieves, because they're doing fraud. As I've informed you, a law has to have a breach and a violation of a law and a breach. So Council Tax Act, Television License Act, these are just acts, not laws. Be aware of this, ladies and gentlemen. A breach of duty is an offense. Okay, it has to have a breach of fiduciary duty and breach of fiduciary position. Common law offenses, full rights and full laws I travel in. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, breach of fiduciary duty and breach of fiduciary position. And breach of duty. Full rights and full laws I travel in, ladies and gentlemen. Be aware of your trust law rights which have been violated worldwide for these demonic balances, unlawfully and illegally, protected by these Satanists and devil worshippers. Judgment will come on the land. Holy Jesus will return once again. Everybody hold their hands together and make this prayer, ladies and gentlemen, against this demonic system, against the judgment times of judgment we're living in. So I advise you, have made many of these molesters personally and individually liable, ready for judgment day. So I've informed you you're living in the times of judgment right now, expressing the full common law rights, the Holy Bible rights, trust law, common law, human rights law, administration law, equity law, common law, Holy Bible laws, and the barter law. Recognize these laws, ladies and gentlemen. Full rights and full laws I travel in. Once again, end of video.